Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing a sensational Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date 128158 RBR. Hundreds of diamonds on a yellow gold case. This was retailed in 2021 and remains hot off the presses. One of the most extravagant and expressive 36mm Rolex watches ever made. It's also one of the last truly handmade Rolex watches, as all gem setting at Rolex continues to be done manually the way it would have been done in the 19th century. Taking a look, 36mm in diameter, 43.3mm from lug tip to lug tip. It's 12.1mm thick and has a 20mm spacing between the lugs. My cup runneth over here. As you can see, even the buckle has been paved with brilliant cut gems. We have a folding clasp, which actually has a beak and a hook system. So this, like their clasps on bracelets, is actually a lift lock system that you have to unlatch. It's a very secure setup, and you can see it's thick gauge, polished yellow gold underneath. We'll throw it on my wrist. Take a look, by the way, at this strap. Bright orange, large rectangular scale alligator leather in high gloss with a monotone stitch and a folded edge. There's a little insert between the lugs to better mate the strap to the case. There's no gap visible between them. It is a watch that has a lot of presence, but wears compact. You could wear this watch on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, maybe even 13. It's definitely a unisex option. It's for him, it's for her. In spite of its extravagance, it is not thick. It will fit underneath the cuff. It is remarkably visible, and yet at the same time, it also fits remarkably well. This watch is equal parts image and ergonomics, but there's also engineering, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's talk about these gems. Now, I mentioned that this is all done by hand at Rolex today, and in fact it is. The gem setting atelier has natural light, traditional workbenches, flames are used, hand guidance of the gem into position. The only part that's automated is a laser-based grading of the gems so that their clarity and color is exactly the same, so you don't see color and clarity gradients across the gems on the same case. Now, counting it all up, 254 diamonds on the case. In addition, there are 450 diamonds on the dial, and then there are 52 that are in the bezel itself, and that's not counting the clasp. Now, the watch is equipped with a dial made of solid gold, which is a prerequisite to setting all these gems. You can see that the settings are in solid gold, so this is a distinguished dial on that count. We have lovely cold enamel fired Roman numerals. Actually, we have a combination of indices and Roman numerals. We have gold Day-Date and Rolex badge, and one of the advantages to the setup is Rolex doesn't print a book on the dial. It's Rolex Day-Date, and that is it. We have a double quick set system, so you can rapidly set the day and also rapidly set the date. You can see that there is a hacking seconds function, so you can stop the seconds hand. We have a Rolex twin lock crown in gold. You know that because it has 2 dots. That means a twin lock in gold. Solid screwed in oyster case back, 100 meters water resistant. This is a double quick set Day-Date, so you can see we have a quick set for the date and a quick set for the day. The movement is the latest 3255 bidirectional automatic winder, now with a ball bearing rather than a jeweled staff with a rotor. 70-hour power reserve, Liga-formed chronergy escapement, which is basically Rolex's more traditional Swiss lever-based answer to the Omega coaxial. 4 Hz beat rate, 31 joules, COSC certified Swiss chronometer. It has a full balance bridge and a free-sprung balance for shock resistance and precise setting, and a handmade overcoil, Breguet curve, that allows the watch to keep very consistent time in any orientation with respect to gravity. That overcoil hairspring is also made of a blue oxidized niobium zirconium that is highly anti-magnetic. They call it Parachrom blue. It's likely every Rolex watch with that hairspring is beyond Milgauss anti-magnetic. Then Rolex does one more thing. It takes the chronometer certified movement and it cases it up, tests it in 6 positions, and ensures that the watch is running no worse than +2, -2 seconds per 24 hours. That is the superlative chronometer standard, and it is a full assembled watch chronometer standard. Rolex makes every part of this watch: case, clasp, bracelet, dial, hands, the whole movement, even the lubricants and the shock protection, Paraflex, used on the caliber. And again, all of that with a nearly 3-day 70-hour power reserve. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.